So some time ago, I thought that since I have a pretty nice laptop that I'm only using to write scripts when I'm away from home, I figured I might as well replace that with a tablet, save some money, and actually improve my portability. I ended up getting the Lenovo Tab P11 with the keyboard combo. So let's have a look at how this setup ended up working for me, and whether you should try the same. Hey, and before we get started, if you end up liking the video, remember to scroll down and click the like button down below. And while you're there, you might as well subscribe. I mean, it's free. Also, the tablet and the cover will both be linked in the description. If you find yourself interested, you can go through my Amazon affiliate links through there. Okay, let's get into it. So why did I choose the Tab P11? Well, it matched my price range because with its keyboard cover combo, it ends up costing around $400. Plus the real reason was the fact that it has something called productivity mode, which got me incredibly interested. But before I show you that, let's go through the spec sheet, shall we? So it's an 11-inch tablet with a 2K IPS LCD display, a Snapdragon 662 CPU, 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and on the front it has an 8 megapixel camera, which is on par with the terribility level of laptop webcams, and on the back it has a 13 megapixel camera, which is probably worse than your phone's camera. The battery is 7,500 milliamp hours, so it's a pretty nice battery, and it will offer you a really good battery life, all that in a tablet that is 7.5 millimeters thick, 490 grams. The tablet does have a premium feel, as does the cover. On the tablet you have your traditional volume up and down on the top here, your power button right around the corner on the left side. Bottom part only has the magnetic connector for your keyboard, and then on the right side you have your USB-C charging port. The speakers on the unit are surprisingly good, and there are 4 of them all around the right and the left side, and they are very, very loud. So TLDR, the processor is adequate, the display is nice to look at, the battery life is really great in a very thin body, but the real interest was, like I mentioned before, the productivity mode. The basic idea is that when it's on, the tablet turns into a more laptop-esque experience. You get a taskbar, apps open in Windows, auto rotate turns off, and even your quick menu goes down to the bottom right, like in Windows 11 for example. And the virtual keyboard stops popping up so you can focus on typing with the keyboard itself. The idea behind the mode is pretty fantastic, but as you might suspect, when one brand on Android devices decides to try something new, the whole OS is not bending to that same will. By that I mean that still in 2022, not all apps support landscape mode. So what you end up with is a bunch of your favorite apps not opening in full screen, but instead opening in little narrow windows. And if you somehow force the full screen, yeah, it just looks like a stretched out mess. So while the idea is fantastic, it's just a case of first iteration symptoms. But I'm just gonna guess that, like with every single new innovation that I've liked, it's just gonna end up scrapped because it wasn't a smash hit on first release, which makes me sad. So what do I think? Can this tablet combo replace your laptop? Or should you replace your laptop with this? The answer to that would be yes and no. If you really want to support the idea and the new way of doing things, then it's not an absolutely horrible experience, but it is more like a beta version. And the tablet is great to use. The tablet as a tablet is completely great. No bad words about that. So if you really like the idea, but you don't want to deal with having to use something that feels like it's still in development, then I'd probably recommend waiting on the next iteration, if that ever comes. Overall, I'm not upset about my replacement in any case. My great laptop was not getting the love it deserved, and I really didn't have any further use for it. And I did get a smaller package that handles everything that I need from it. The keyboard cover system is very Surface-esque, and it really just works. But what do you think? After all these hybrids that we've seen, would you be interested in a tablet that is able to perform like a laptop instead of just being a hybrid? Since it would give you your abilities for note-taking and such, but it would still have a lot nicer screen and an unbeatable portability factor than anything in the laptop game around the same price. Let me know in the comments below. So with that, that's about it. What do you think? Did you like this? Are you interested? Remember, in the description, you can find the links. Okay, stay happy, stay healthy, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.